Hey everybody, what's up? So recently on Facebook, and I've heard this before, there was a question about which is better, audiobooks versus actual books. What's considered to be reading and what isn't. And I think there's kind of a discrepancy in what people don't look at. Um, for example, if somebody travels a lot, they can get an audiobook and they can basically listen to it while they're driving. And that's actually a good thing because I've seen truck stops that sell audiobooks. So I get the fact that there are a lot of people who would listen to them. They don't have the time to stop and read a book wherever they're at. Their other thing is I know people have had reading comprehension problems. So for them, audio stuff works a heck of a lot better. Even people who are blind, to them, that's a way for them to experience, book without, having to read with Braille, and it kind of works a little bit better. For me, when I was younger, I rented a couple of audiobooks from the local library, and the pacing is so freaking slow that I could read the book in less time than the audiobook. So for me, that was kind of one of those things that I didn't like. Um, my sibling, my mother, and I are all speed readers. We can remember everything that happened. So that really is a part of the problem for me because I can go from one book to the next, as long as I don't have any interruptions. Um, so yeah, I mean, there is that problem for me, and I prefer having a real book. But the other thing is, I have a lot of digital books on my phone and my e-reader. The reason being is that there are a lot of books that I fell in love with that it's actually cheaper to have the ebook versus a regular book because some are print on demand. For example, I finished a 6-part series and I just found out there's a 7 book called You're Dead, Please Sign Here. Or was it Please Sign Here, You're Dead? One of the two. I have to check it. But, anyways, it's a great series. And 99 cents per book. I really have enjoyed it. Um, I can go through BookBub. I can get a lot of great deals. And I don't have to worry about trying to keep up the pace. And that's kind of one of the other things I should mention. People who are hard of hearing, they have a problem with audiobooks, or they can, because hearing them can be a problem, especially like certain pitches, certain accents. Like if you have somebody from the South, for example, or somebody with a really strong accent, this can be hard to hear them. Not saying everybody from this talks like a Southerner, but I'm just saying, like, if you hear that really Southern accent, it can be hard to hear through. And I've had that issue. I used to work in a call center, and we get a lot of calls from people in the South, and just had a hard time understanding it. I'm sorry for the jiggling. Cat has been on the desk that I keep the computer on. But yeah, it's. I think people should just understand, if you listen to a book, there are certain reasons why that person's doing it, and for them, that is reading. Like, who was it? Caitlin from Ask a Mortician, great show, by the way. She was talking about how she listened to Moby Dick, and she had a lot of driving to do, so it was able to help her pass the time. And even companies like Amazon, who have Audible, do have a lot of originals. You can get sales on the books, the audiobooks. So it's kind of like one of those things because they even offer for certain books, um, you can get the audio version for a little bit less. But overall, it's really up to, excuse me, really up to the person, and you have to take a lot of consideration. Some people some people just are doing it for other reasons. I had somebody saying they read Ready Player One, and they were talking about listening to it. I'm like, wait a moment, that's technically not reading, but I'm not going to argue because for you it is, because a person has a busy life, and so they don't have the time to sit down and read the book at the time. So just take a lot in consideration before you make up your mind. is everything's different for everybody. That's it. Talk to you later. Take care. Bye.